guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tarikaremba. You know the vibes already. I haven't done one of these in a minute. So today I'm actually filming my first sit down video in 11 months. Okay, so I started with the hair. So if you guys want to see that, don't worry, the tutorial should actually be up by now. Yeah, so that's the tutorial. I also did this makeup look, so this is my current everyday routine. Obviously I switch it up sometimes, but this is basically the routine. If you want to check that out as well, the video is up. I'll also link that. So yeah, feel free to check that out. But anyway, today, honey, we're looking at some questions y'all asked me. Okay, so we're doing a Q&A. I've actually done a number of these and just like never really, you know, filmed, because in the last 11 months that's just not something I have had the capacity to do. But we're here now, we're here today, so let's actually just get straight into the questions. We don't waste time. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, so yeah, there's some questions that I feel are a little intrusive, so I don't think I'll ask those, but yeah, I'll look at everything else. So the first question is, how's it being back in Zim after being in PE for so long? That's tricky. Hey, I would say overall it's good. It's good. And the reason I say that is because honestly, lockdown was hard, y'all. Like, I feel like uni as a whole, like, you guys know that like my university experience was filled with like difficulty. I may not have really like addressed everything like on camera, obviously, because you know some things are really personal, but you guys know it was like a hard journey, right? And I feel that lockdown, like doing lockdown by myself, just like took that to the next level, especially because before lockdown, you know, I had been through like quite a few things that really rocked me, and then doing lockdown by myself rocked me even more, and going according to my plan ever since COVID happened. So yeah, I think just dealing with all of those like changes, all of those difficult times and all of that actually had a really bad or big impact on my mental health. And I'm one of those people who like, I'm gonna fight through it, I'm gonna be strong. So I actually hadn't realized how much I was actually like suffering internally. Like, I knew I was not okay, but I didn't know how bad it was. And I think being back home, I'm just like in a really good place. You know, I'm surrounded by my loved ones, and I get to spend so much time with my family, which is something that I haven't been able to do much since, you know, high school. So yeah, because usually when I'd come home, I'd only be here for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. So yeah, it's been really good being back. It's been great for my mental health. But obviously, you know, Zim is still Zim. Zim is hard. Zim is different. A lot of things that I'm still trying to get used to, definitely a lot of things, but overall I am grateful for this season in my life, even though this is definitely not what I had planned. You guys know, even me deciding to move back home was just like, you know what, I'm done, I'm tired of fighting this battle, I'm going home. So yeah, even though things did not go according to any of the plans that I had for myself, I'm glad that I did it, because like I said, I'm in a good place mentally and I really needed that. And I'm also just getting, you know, a chance to really like foster relationships with people in my family as an adult, you know, because you know when you're a kid, you know, you're a kid, but now that I'm an adult, obviously I have my own sort of like principles, values, opinions, and all of those things that I think yeah, can definitely alter that sort of relationship. But it's been great. It's been great. It's been good. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I'm back. But yeah, no, it's weird. I'm still adjusting, but I will say working from home also like takes a lot of the load off, because I really don't have to deal with like a lot of the day-to-day things that I know would make my life really difficult with being back. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. The next question is, are you okay? Yes, I am okay. Like I just said in the last question, I was really going through it, and being back home has really been good for me. So I'm okay. Obviously, like any person, I have my good days, my bad days, my ups and my downs, but like overall, I'm definitely in a great place, and I love that for me. Yeah. Okay. Hey, do you feel your law degree has helped you, or are you pursuing other interests has been better? This is such a tricky question for me. Yeah. Yeah. If I had it my way, y'all know I would not have studied law. So let's start there. But I think it's one of those degrees that is ultimately like really useful. There's like a lot of skills that I learned from my time as a law student, and even the time I got to intern and work at the law clinic. So I definitely have like a lot of skills and knowledge that I would not have otherwise had, which I'm really grateful for. And I think law is one of those careers, or like one of those degrees that you can use to venture into like other areas of life, which is what I'm trying to do right now. So I would say it has been useful. Yeah, it's been useful, but obviously like I don't use it every day at the moment. But I have my reasons. There are some things that I want to do, and as time goes by, obviously I'll share what I'm willing to share. But yeah, y'all know that I currently don't work with my law degree. But yeah, I think one thing I can say God has showed me since 2020 is that like we plan, but He decides. So yeah, let's see. We'll see what God has in store for the girl. But for now, it is what it is. Definitely find it useful, but not exactly what I'm doing right now. So yeah, Harare men are really doing the rounds, and it's not sitting with me. We want some how to get over the heartbreak content. Ciao. Yeah, I think I'll do it in the form of a TikTok, because I'll do it in the form of a TikTok. I think I've come, when I was dealing with my situation and my heartbreak, I definitely came across quite a lot of TikToks that were useful. So I'm gonna make a TikTok or two, but I guess one thing I will say for now is that, hey, you're gonna be fine. Firstly, you're gonna be fine, right? You also need to allow yourself to feel the feels, right? Pretending like you're okay or you don't care or whatever is not gonna help you. Allow yourself to feel what you feel, and lean on your people. If it's your sister, your best friend, your whoever, lean on those people. Even if you've told them the same thing 100 times, lean on them, because they know, then they understand what you're going through. And sometimes just letting yourself lean on other people really helps. What else can I say? Do things that will also like distract you, like in a healthy way. So find a new hobby, read, take a walk, spend time in nature. Whenever you just feel yourself like slipping back into like feeling sad or thinking about that person or any of those things, right? Just do things that are going to help you to feel better, but also distract yourself in a healthy way. And you need to be strict with yourself too. If you decide, I don't want to think about this person, if you feel or whatever, realize that those thoughts are coming back, fight it, pray on it on the spot, do something to distract yourself, but don't just keep sitting there hoping for the best. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you're ready, date. Okay, I think that it's very healthy to date. I'm not saying get into a relationship, but like get to know people, talk to people, go on dates. That's what I'm saying. I think that it's a very good way to remind yourself who you are, that you are still that girl, even if that person didn't treat you well, or things didn't go well, or the relationship ended badly, or whatever it is, right? The other thing is also just to remind yourself that life goes on. There's so many people in the world. You haven't met everyone who you're gonna love and who's gonna love you, and you just need to put yourself out there just to remember that, what, it didn't work out with that person, but that's not the end. Life goes on, and I am opening myself up to moving on. So yeah, also no contact. Go no contact. Block that person, unfollow them, mute them, do what you gotta do, but no contact. I personally find that like talking to exes first of all, does not help you in life, right? But besides that, you're just triggering yourself every single day. Why are you triggering yourself? So yeah, I feel like until you reach a point where you know you're not going to be triggered or sad or anything when you interact with that person, or like come across their content or whatever it is, then yeah, mute them, block them, don't deal with it. Go no contact. It is the best way to deal with heartbreak. But yeah, those are just some things I can think of at the top of my head. But like I said, I'm gonna do a dedicated TikTok to that. Can we hang out soon? That would be nice, depending on who you are. DM me and we'll see what the vibes are saying. I think you're really pretty. I met you a couple of times. Thanks. Thank you. You're making me blush. What else do we have here? What's my love language? For me, it's like a healthy mix of everything. Hey, like, give it all to me, okay? But I will say though, like, words of affirmation are definitely up there for me to a certain extent though, because I don't know, I think I've also been someone who's done a lot of long distance relationships in my life, and I think in recent times I've realized that I actually really enjoy spending quality time with my person. So quality time is definitely probably up there now. Acts of service as well, words of affirmation, and then gifts and physical touch would probably be like tie number 4. But yeah, ultimately give me a mix of everything, sha. Yeah. What else do we have here? You're really that girl, don't let nobody tell you otherwise, period. Okay, thank you so much. Sometimes you need these reminders, you know what I mean? So yeah, can you please do a story time on your YouTube of what actually happened with the heartbreak? I'm not gonna do that, baby. I'm done with that chapter in my life, and I'm not gonna go back to that place and like just like give that person any like sort of time or energy in my life. Like, no, they really don't even deserve that. Yeah, what can I say? If you want to know what happened, my last Australia vlog, the part 2 vlog, I definitely vlogged on the day because I was in and out of emotions, but also to hold myself accountable, because at that time in my life I knew that like I was one of those people who would like, on the one hand I was like, no, I know this is like for the best, but I also know that like sometimes I'm one of those people who will be like, maybe it's not that deep, maybe I'm overreacting, let me go back, let me spin the block and see what's going on. So I really also just like kept that in the vlog, / posted on my close friends, because I was also holding myself accountable and I needed someone to hold me accountable as well. So yeah, no, I'm not going to do a video on that. Like I said, if you want to know what's up, go check that out. Otherwise, it is what it is, life goes on. Yeah. Okay, next question. Love watching your videos, but just wondering why you post really old content, or you prefer not to keep us up to date with current events. That's valid. Well, at the moment, I'm posting a lot of old content because over the last 11 months, obviously I've been going through like a lot of changes. I left PE, I was home for 2 months, I went to Australia for 3 months, and then I came home. So I've only been home now for 4 months. 4 or 5, going on 5 months. So I've just been vlogging. So these last 11 months I've just been vlogging, and I already had a bit of content from before as well. So I don't want that content to go to waste, because that was still like effort that I made. So I'm just trying to clear my backlog so that I can just like continue with new sort of content. So I'm hoping that by September 1st I'm giving you like up-to-date content. But the other thing as well is I work from home, so even with vlogging there's really not much I can do because I'm at home 5-6 days a week. Then when I do go out, sometimes there isn't always much to do, because there are some events I've attended or want to attend, but ultimately Zim doesn't really have a lot going on, so it gets boring very quickly. yeah, so it's kind of good that I have old content so that you guys can have some things to watch in the meantime while I find stuff to do so I can vlog. And also, like I said, figure out like my content, like my backdrop, my setup, everything. So there's just like a lot of moving parts. And then as for like things with like filming and that, when I'm like out, I usually post the next day or when I've left that location, because it's just like a safety thing that I picked up on when I was still living in South Africa. But also, you need to realize that, like, if it's Instagram, for example, those are 5,000 people that I don't know. You know, of that 5,000, maybe let's like push and say I probably know 1,000 of those people, right? So that would be other content creators, people I went to high school with, people from church, family, friends, colleagues, people from uni, people, you know. So let's say at least 500 to 1,000 can fit into that, but there's another 4,000 people that follow me that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel comfortable posting in real time because I recognize that I'm not a person who has like a normal account with like 300 people who I know. So that kind of makes me uncomfortable and it gives me a bit of anxiety. So I'd rather just post when I'm gone, because then I'm not gonna feel like, oh my gosh, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. What made you get into vlogging and the creative space? Child, law was very boring to study. Sometimes it was interesting, don't get me wrong. It was interesting and I also enjoyed it quite a bit. However, I've always been a creative person, and I think as I got closer to the end of my degree, it was just all consuming. I was always studying, I was always writing notes, I was always reading a case, I was always doing something for school and nothing for me. So I was just like, you know, I like makeup, let me get into it, let me really like learn, let me teach myself. And then I did, and then people would ask me like, oh my gosh, how'd you do your makeup? And initially I'd like try and talk people through it, and in the end I was like, you know what, let me make a video, put it on YouTube and refer people to that video. But I also really enjoyed it because, like I said, I've always been a creative person, so it was really nice to just tap into my creative sort of juices and just share content that I vibed with, you know. Single? Question mark. I'm dating, guys. I'm dating, and I'm currently very happy with my current situation. So that's all I'll say on that, Kiesana. Do you think birds are real? This is funny because like people on Twitter have actually been talking about whether or not birds are real. And I do think they're real, but I definitely understand why some people have some conspiracy theories about it. But I also think it's kind of silly. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna stop here for today because my camera is flashing. I've been filming for 3 hours, okay? I'm also tired. It is also pretty late now. It is 11:50, y'all. Like, look at the time. So yeah, I'll stop there for today. Thank you so much for the questions and for joining me again today. I hope you found that useful. Comment down below and let me know what other kind of videos you want me to do. And if you're not already subscribed, baby, I hope you're subscribed because I'm back. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. I will catch you in the next one.